unfortunately my camera overheated when I was rolling this, and so I couldn't really show it. I can see why people do this horizontally now, because this big arc vertically is kind of scary. I had to have my daughter come out and help me. I had to hold the material so it wouldn't flop over. And we finished the roll on it. So as you can see from the template, I got it close enough. I'm not trying to make it perfect. Roughly for every foot there is 1 inch climb in the arc. So I'm planning on cutting 5-foot pieces, and there'll be a 5 inch bow right in the middle. So when I'm done, we should have a nice arc, and then I'm going to pitch it back about 10 degrees. That should get around the train on the top of the swing and give them a fair good amount of coverage. Okay, rolling such a long piece, I have 2 that are even. This one's got a little bit more curve to it. I could probably flatten it out a little bit. This one's got a lot of curve. I don't know if I'm going to be able to flatten it out enough. I might have to roll some of these other ones to match this one. I'll try flattening them out first. If that doesn't work, then I'll try something else. But if I put this one up, you can see it's got quite a bit more curve. This must have been on the end, and there must have been a lot of weight putting a little extra pressure on the bend. Not critical, but it'll take me a minute to fix it. You can kind of tell what I'm going for now in this shot. I'll go square things up and clean them up a little bit and start tacking things together. Weld it, and then I may have to do a cross brace across the bottom on these. I don't know if I have enough material to do that. And then there'll be some angle iron pieces that come up, and that's what is what will hold it. I'm afraid without the cross member right there, there's going to be too much force with wind and stuff blowing on that one little spot. But we'll see. So I wanted a slight back slope to it, as you see right there. But the front still comes down enough to drip off the front and the back because of the curve on the top. That's what I was aiming for. I put it on and raised it just high enough that this train clears. I've got just like a kind of a fat finger's worth width there, maybe an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, somewhere in there. The rest of the train clears fine. What I need to do now is I clamped it all up, all the pieces that I need to put on. There's an angled piece here, which will basically keep this from rocking in the wind. I'm just going to weld this directly onto here, and then I got to trim the top on both sides, that extra length up there, and then paint it up and bring it back, and I'll put it on. And then the mother of the boy that owns this, she plans on cutting the material for the canopy on the top. Well, I put on the first coat of paint on the bottom side. I like painting the bottom first, especially, well, when I'm going to be resting it, turning it over and resting it on a small area like this. I like painting the bottom first. So, let me give you an idea of what I did. This part right here bolts into the swing. Remember, this is upside down. And then 2 inches up, there's a cross member there, and I have this piece right here to basically prevent the whole thing from pivoting. That just locks it in, and then it just goes all the way down. I welded everything, and just waiting for it to dry. I'll do one more coat on this bottom side, and then I'll flip it over, and 2 coats on the top, and I'll end up taking it over.